The holidays are meant to be a time of magic and memories, but for so many of us, it is a time of lots of stress and anxiety. So today I'm going to offer 5 tips to help us best survive the holidays. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Nena and I'm a life coach that specializes in personal development. Here at this channel, we talk about everything having to do with our emotional well-being, understanding our own psychology, and living our best life possible. So if you aren't already a subscriber, please take a moment and become one. We definitely want you to stay connected. So like I said, we want the holidays to be such a memorable and wonderful experience, but sometimes it just gets so overwhelming that it seems impossible to make that happen. So I just wanted to offer 5 simple strategies for helping us keep that stress level down and to help us better enjoy the holiday season. My first tip is to keep it simple. So often we compare ourselves to other people. We see all these wonderful photos on television or on social media, and we feel a lot of pressure to create this magical atmosphere that really brings us a lot of stress because we don't have the time, finances, or energy to actually achieve that. We really have to make sure that we are being realistic about not only our budget, but also our mental and physical energy, because we have great intentions and we have a lot of ideas, and that is wonderful. But if we are really setting ourselves up for failing by having unrealistic expectations, it's going to bring about a lot of stress and sadness for us. So keep it simple, know what you can realistically accomplish, and set that budget and time limit for yourself so you don't overextend yourself. Number 2 is to make sure you are taking enough time for self-care. So again, the holidays are just so busy that the first thing that gets tossed out the window is taking care of our own self. And that is especially true when you have children. But you have to understand that you are still a priority. So if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of all the things that need to get done. So make sure you are paying attention to your own mental health as well as your diet, making sure you get exercise, and certainly making sure you are getting enough sleep. Remember also that this is the season for lower defenses, meaning that it is cold and flu season, so we have to be extra careful about really taking that care of ourselves. We also have to make sure that we are taking time out and giving ourselves space away from all this mental clutter and chaos. So that could be in the form of journaling or meditating or a short little nap. But take the time that you need to really just get yourself in a better space so that you can handle all the extra things that you are going to be expected to do during the holiday season. Number 3 is to change your traditions or expectations if you need to. There is no reason you have to do something one way just because you've done that before. So for example, if one year you had a huge holiday party and you feel that there is the expectation that you should have one this time because you had one last time, that is simply not the case. You get to decide whatever you want for your life. And I know a lot of times there is a lot of pressure, especially coming from family members, feeling that they know better than you do about what your traditions and practices should be. But that is not the reality. You need to think about what is going to be workable for you and your family. So many times we get into the habit of putting pressure on ourselves to do things the same way year after year. But situations change, our finances change, our energy levels change, our family situations change, and sometimes traditions have to change because of that. Be understanding with yourself and again, realistic about what is possible. And remember, there is no should or shouldn't. I have a client that for the first time this year said, I'm not even going to do a Christmas tree. It was just too much stress for her. And she realized that she was just putting up the tree for her family and for herself. She wanted to just have a little tiny tree that she would have on her kitchen table instead. And that is what she decided was going to work for her, and she is much happier for making that decision. So don't feel the pressure of following along with traditions just because other people are doing so. You get to decide what is best for your life and again for your family. My fourth tip might seem out of character, so I'm going to explain it, and that is not to expect miracles. Now, if you follow this channel, you know that I am an extremely positive person, and I do tend to see the positive nature in pretty much every situation. However, a lot of times in the holiday season, we put this pressure on ourselves to have situations be different than they actually are. So we just want to acknowledge the fact that just because it's the holiday season doesn't mean that there's going to be magical pixie dust that fix relationships or again situations and events in our life. So instead, just embrace them for what they are. Have a sense of humor for what they are. And this is our life. It doesn't have to be a certain way. It doesn't have to be a way that seems picture perfect to other people. Embrace what you have. Embrace your own reality and fully enjoy it. Don't expect situations to be different just because, again, it is the holiday season. And the fifth tip is to decide on your mindset ahead of time. So if we don't do this, we have the potential of other people really affecting how we are feeling about the holidays. So we oftentimes run into a lot of negative people around these holidays and these holiday parties. So we're going to decide ahead of time that it is going to be a positive experience for us no matter what. We don't want to give anyone else the power to ruin our own experience. So acknowledge ahead of time that there could be comments that you don't like. So maybe someone doesn't like your dinner that you cooked, or maybe someone has a complaint about a present you bought or whatever it is. But you're going to decide ahead of time. That doesn't matter. What matters is your own personal experience. So you're going to just decide ahead of time how you want to feel, and you're going to stick to the plan, and you're not going to let any of these comments or situations ruin it for you. So I hope these 5 tips help keep you sane during the holidays, and just remember that we are the author of our own lives and we are the author of our own experiences. So again, don't feel that pressure to make what your holiday situation is like to be anything similar to what someone else's holiday situation is like. It is your life. You get to decide how you want things to go. And again, don't worry if it doesn't look like you see on television or social media, because none of that is real anyway. What is important is that you enjoy your own experience, whatever that is for you. So keep a sense of humor, enjoy the holidays, and remember, imperfection is amazing. Those little imperfections just keep life enjoyable and memorable, and they make our situations unique. And we want our situations to be unique. We don't want to be a carbon copy of the person next to us. So embrace what you've got, enjoy it, and have an amazing holiday season. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and if it was, please like it and share it with someone else who may need to hear this message today. Also, again, if you weren't already a subscriber, please take a moment and become one. We definitely want you to stay connected, and I thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope you have an absolutely amazing holiday season.